Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll take a closer look at the history and details of the 1 dime coin. If you enjoy learning about coins and collecting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. So, let's get started. Loudspeaker outro. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video about the dime. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin history. See you in the next video. Backhand index pointing right. Do you want me to also create a very short one-liner outro you can use at the end of all your videos for consistency, like a channel catchphrase? Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll take a closer look at the history and details of the 1 dime coin. If you enjoy learning about coins and collecting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. So, let's get started. Loudspeaker outro. Thanks for watching. Here's a long, detailed explanation about the 1981 United States 1 dime. Roosevelt dime, written in a continuous style suitable for a 10-minute narration. The 1981 United States of America 1 dime, inscribed with the national mottos Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum, belongs to the historic Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor the legacy of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Roosevelt, remembered as the 32nd President of the United States, led the nation through two of its most defining challenges of the 20th century, the Great Depression and World War II. He also inspired the March of Dimes, a campaign originally created to fight polio, which directly linked him to this coin's enduring symbolism. The obverse design of the 1981 dime, created by chief engraver John R. Sinek, features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, his expression dignified and resolute. The word liberty is boldly placed to the left of the portrait, while the motto, In God We Trust, appears just below the chin, reflecting both national ideals and the president's personal resilience in overcoming adversity. Beneath the portrait lies the date 1981, with the D mint mark beside it, identifying the coin as being struck at the Denver Mint. At the base of Roosevelt's neck, the initials JS honor Sinek, preserving the name of the designer who gave this enduring coin its face. The reverse design of the 1981 D Roosevelt dime remains unchanged from the original 1946 issue and is steeped in national symbolism. At its center is a torch, representing liberty and enlightenment, flanked on the left by an olive branch, symbolizing peace, and on the right by an oak branch, representing strength, resilience, and victory. These three symbols, liberty, peace, and strength, form a balanced message about America's identity and values during the post-war era and beyond. Encircling the imagery are the inscriptions United States of America at the top and E Pluribus Unum across the center, translating to out of many, one, a reflection of unity in diversity. At the bottom is the denomination 1 dime, clearly affirming the coin's value in commerce. The design is both practical and meaningful, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. From a technical standpoint, the 1981 D-dime was produced in the standard copper-nickel clad composition that had been adopted in 1965, replacing the 90% silver coins of earlier decades. Its outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core, giving the coin its familiar silver-gray appearance without containing precious metal. The dime weighs 2.268 grams, has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, a thickness of 1.35 millimeters, and features a reeded edge with 118 tiny grooves. The reeded edge, a traditional feature on small denomination coins, originally served as a security measure against the clipping of precious metal, but has remained a consistent design choice for aesthetic and practical reasons. The mintage of the 1981 D Roosevelt dime was very high, with over 746 million coins struck at the Denver Mint, making it one of the most common dimes of its era. As a result, most 1981 D dimes found today in circulation are worth only their face value of 10 cents. However, for collectors, the focus is not on rarity, but on condition. High-grade examples, those graded mint state, MS-66 or MS-67, are far more difficult to find because circulation and storage often left coins with scratches, bag marks, or dull luster. Such pristine examples are valued by collectors, and coins with exceptional eye appeal, sharp strikes, or attractive toning can command premiums well above their face value. Proof dimes from 1981 were struck at the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, but no silver versions were produced that year, since silver Roosevelt dimes had been discontinued from regular issues after 1964, reappearing only later in special proof sets. The historical context of the 1981 D dime adds further meaning. America in the early 1980s was in the midst of economic challenges, political change, and technological advancement. Yet the coinage, with Roosevelt's steady image, provided a sense of continuity and stability. The dime's reverse design, with its trio of liberty, peace, and strength, reflected ideals that Americans continued to hold dear during this transformative era. For everyday citizens, the dime remained a vital denomination. Small in size but crucial in commerce, frequently used in vending machines, payphones, and everyday transactions. Symbolically, the 1981 D dime carried forward the dual legacy of Roosevelt's leadership and the March of Dimes campaign. While millions of these coins circulated without much thought from the people using them, each dime represented a connection to a broader story of perseverance, unity, and public service. The coin's mottos further reinforced this identity. Liberty reminded Americans of their freedoms. In God We Trust reaffirmed the nation's guiding faith, and E Pluribus Unum celebrated the unity of a diverse people. In conclusion, the 1981 D Roosevelt dime may seem ordinary in the vast landscape of American coinage, but it holds an extraordinary place in history. With its massive mintage, it is one of the most common dimes of its generation, yet its design connects it directly to Franklin D. Roosevelt's enduring influence and America's national values. Its small size belies its significance. As a coin, it facilitated everyday transactions, but as a symbol, it represented liberty, peace, and strength. Whether encountered in pocket change, preserved in high-grade collections, or studied as part of America's numismatic heritage, the 1981 D dime is more than just 10 cents. It is a reminder of history, unity, and the ideals that continue to guide the United States. Would you like me to also make a short and engaging YouTube narration script version of this 1981 D dime history, so you can directly use it for your coin videos? Here's a long, detailed explanation about the 2004 D United States 1 dime, Roosevelt dime, written in a continuous style that works well for a 10-minute narration in one paragraph. The 2004 D United States of America 1 dime, inscribed with liberty, "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum," is part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946 to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the nation's 32nd president and a symbol of leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. Struck at the Denver Mint, the coin bears the small D mint mark located just to the left of the date 2004 under Roosevelt's profile. On the obverse, the left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, designed by John R. Cynic, captures his determination and dignity, with the word liberty placed boldly to the left, the motto "In God We Trust" beneath the chin, and the date with mint mark appearing near the base of the bust, while Cynic's initials JS are tucked subtly at the truncation of Roosevelt's neck. The reverse design, unchanged since 1946, features a torch of liberty at the center flanked by an olive branch on the left symbolizing peace and an oak branch on the right symbolizing strength and victory, together reflecting the balanced values of the United States in the post-war era and beyond. Surrounding these images are the inscriptions "United States of America" at the top and "E Pluribus Unum" across the middle, with 1 dime at the bottom declaring its denomination. Technically, the 2004 D dime is made of the standard copper-nickel clad composition, with an inner core of pure copper and outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery appearance without containing actual silver. It weighs 2.268 grams, has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, a thickness of 1.35 millimeters, and carries a reeded edge of 118 tiny grooves that harken back to the days when such features prevented fraud in precious metal coinage. The Denver Mint struck well over 1.35 billion dimes in 2004, making this issue extremely common in circulation, and as a result, most examples today carry only their face value unless preserved in pristine uncirculated condition. However, collectors still prize high-grade mint state examples, especially those graded MS67 or higher, which are scarcer due to bag marks, weak strikes, or wear during distribution, and such coins can command premium prices in the numismatic market. While no silver circulation dimes were produced in 2004, special silver-proof dimes were included in collector-proof sets struck at the San Francisco Mint, distinguished by their S mint mark and mirror-like finish, giving them higher desirability among collectors. Historically, the 2004 D-dime also reflects the continuity of America's coinage tradition, bridging the legacy of Roosevelt's leadership with the everyday life of modern commerce, where the dime remained a key coin for vending machines, parking meters, and small transactions, even as digital payments began to rise. Symbolically, the coin embodies Roosevelt's enduring connection to the March of Dimes, the health initiative he inspired, and its imagery continues to represent liberty, peace, unity, and strength in the American story. Thus, while the 2004 D. Roosevelt dime is an ordinary piece of pocket change for most, it is also a living artifact of national history, a miniature reminder of Franklin Roosevelt's impact, America's resilience, and the enduring values enshrined in the nation's coinage. Would you like me to also create a shorter, ready-to-read YouTube? Here's a long, continuous, detailed explanation about the 1999 D. United States 1 dime, Roosevelt dime, designed for a 10-minute narration in a single flowing paragraph. The 1999 D. United States of America 1 dime, proudly inscribed with liberty, "In God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum," belongs to the modern Roosevelt dime series that has been in circulation since 1946, a coin created to honor the legacy of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, remembered for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his advocacy for public health through the March of Dimes campaign. Struck at the Denver Mint, the coin bears the small D mint mark, placed just to the left of the date 1999 at the base of Roosevelt's profile, distinguishing it from those struck in Philadelphia or San Francisco. On the obverse side, the portrait of Roosevelt, designed by Chief Engraver John R. Cynic, faces left, showing a determined expression that symbolizes resilience and hope, with the word liberty boldly placed to the left, the motto "In God We Trust" neatly under his chin, and Cynic's initials JS positioned subtly at the neckline of the bust. The reverse side features the iconic design that has remained unchanged since 1946, with a central torch representing freedom and enlightenment, flanked by an olive branch on the left, symbolizing peace, and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing strength and independence. Encircling this imagery are the inscriptions "United States of America" at the top, "E Pluribus Unum" across the middle, and 1 dime at the bottom to identify its denomination. The 1999 D dime was struck in a standard copper-nickel clad composition, consisting of an inner pure copper core and outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silvery shine without any silver content, as circulating dimes had not been struck in silver since 1964. It weighs 2.268 grams, has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, a thickness of 1.35 millimeters, and a reeded edge of 118 tiny grooves, both for tradition and security against counterfeiting. Production of the 1999 D dime was very high, with the Denver Mint striking over 1.36 billion pieces, making this coin extremely common in circulation, and therefore, most examples hold only their face value of 10 cents. However, for collectors, well-preserved mint state examples, especially those graded MS-67 or higher, can carry premiums due to their scarcity and flawless condition, since bag marks, scratches, and weak strikes often affect coins struck in such massive quantities. Collectors also watch for error coins such as off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned dies from this year, which can command significant value depending on rarity and demand. Historically, the 1999 D dime also carries special interest because it was minted at the dawn of the new millennium, a symbolic year when many Americans saved coins as keepsakes, making this dime not only an everyday piece of pocket change, but also a small reminder of the transition into the 21st century. In circulation, the dime has continued to play an important role in vending machines, toll booths, laundromats, and countless small transactions, proving the enduring practicality of the denomination. Beyond its practical use, the imagery of the torch, olive branch, and oak branch continues to embody America's values of liberty, peace, and strength, while the portrait of Roosevelt immortalizes his contributions to the nation. Thus, the 1999 D. Roosevelt dime is at once an ordinary coin and an enduring piece of history, carrying with it the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the spirit of American unity, and the symbolism of progress as the nation crossed into a new century. Would you like me to also make a shorter, YouTube-friendly storytelling script for this 1999 D dime, so you can use it directly for your video voiceover.